Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigerians' leading initiative in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute wholesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus, and industry conversation, all in a mix encompassing thorough and in-depth aimed at promoting the brand idea. I'm Ogali Abikele Mafru.
Keep up with innovative, revealing, and groundbreaking happenings in the world of brands and brand builders in Nigeria and across the globe. Mingle with people and brands that make the cut and the personalities that keep reinventing the trends and traditions in the marketing world. All are exciting one-stop shop for marketing vibes. Marketing Edge on TV. You are always right on time with the right people and movers and shakers of the world of marketing as they share their views and ideas on the business and challenges of advertising, corporate affairs, media strategy, and the unfolding exciting world of digital marketing. Join the trendsetters and key decision makers as they shape opinions and project into the future of the marketing landscape for 30 exhilarating minutes on this channel. Stay ahead, be thrilled to beat, be marketing savvy with Marketing Edge on TV. Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Good to have you back. First on Marketing Edge on TV is Brand News, where we bring you the latest developments around brands and in the field of advertising, marketing, and communication in Nigeria and around the globe. Now on Brand News. As part of efforts to a rather dynamic shift in the advertising industry, the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ALCON, has unveiled a new logo to reflect its new identity and mandate to reposition the industry. The apex regulatory body unveiled the new logo on its social media platforms with tagline which reads, "Ensuring ethical advertising and marketing communications in Nigeria, changing the name to change the game." President Muhammadu Buhari had signed into law a bill seeking to allow the Advertising Regulatory Agency to operate as the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ALCON, in line with its mandate to ensure strict adherence to ethical standards and practices of the advertising profession. Globacom, a leading Nigerian telecommunications company, is set to mark 19 years of impactful existence in the country on August 29, 2022. The telecom company, which came into the country 2 years after other GSM companies, has over the years demonstrated deep understanding of its target audience by birthing disruptive and innovative solutions that meet their needs. As a consumer-centric brand, Glo was the first company to launch operations on per-second billing and enabled more Nigerians access telco services by crashing the price of SIM cards. The company recorded another milestone as the first network in Nigeria to launch the 2.5 gig GPRS technology, thus enabling multimedia convergence, and was the first company to launch nationwide 4G technology in Nigeria. In 19 years, the company has emerged the biggest promoter of African football. For many years, it sponsored the Premier League, the Super Eagles, and the NFF, as well as other national teams, the Supporters Club, Glo CAF Awards, and Glo Soccer Academy, amongst others. Lagos State government has concluded plans to organize the 2022 Elibeti Economic Summit on 11 and 12 October 2022 as part of initiative to drive the megacity agenda of the state. The summit, with the theme Lagos 2022 to 2052, charting the path to sustainable socio-economic growth. The future is a hope we all have, will be attended by corporate players, public service officials, and trade missions, and will also launch a 30-year development plan for the state. According to the Commissioner, Lagos State Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget, the Lagos Development Plan 2022 to 2052, which will be launched alongside the summit, will be an all-encompassing master plan that clearly articulates initiatives that will drive Lagos' ambition to become Africa's model megacity, a global economic and financial hub that is safe, secured, functional, and productive. Consumer Value Broadcasting Limited, an independent broadcast organization, committed to the protection of consumer rights, has announced that the maiden edition of its Value Awards has been endorsed by two industry regulators. According to the co-founder Akonte Akine, representatives of the two agencies confirmed attendance of the Consumer Value Awards scheduled to hold on the 24th August 2022. The event will host Dr. Lekon Fadolapo, Registrar of the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ACON, and Suzanne Onka, Head of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Council, who will be representing the Executive Vice Chairman and the Chief Executive Officer of the agency.
Well, that was brand news. Next is branding focus after this break.
And we go. Oh boy, I see this collab where they shoot there.
Blue scatter.
Guy, give me small new number now.
Romance without finance na annoyance. Better give me bullet.
Yeah, give me the number.
Oh yeah, jot the number down. 0805.
Where the complete number?
This one where so hot like the blights are gonna need juice, so just like juices.
Hey, oh yeah, give me last numbers.
My 5 password.
41 now you owe me.
Oh yeah, 7650. What's you?
Smiley, hello, how are you? Guys, your first collab was on the trend, though. You know.
Find your first. Choose a social data bundle that suits your style. Dial *777# Glow Unlimited. Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Now on branding focus. Metaverse is a generic term for experiences that go beyond the physical through connected virtual worlds, offering new ways for people to communicate and interact. There are reports that it is in its earlier stages of its development and could be years or even decades away from being used to its full potential. Basically, the key technologies that represent the building blocks of Metaverse have actually been around for some time. The crucial added element in the new reality is that users don't have to do it alone. They can talk to and play alongside friends and strangers alike to their heart's content. Interest in the Metaverse is expanding at an astronomical speed, even as tech behemoths like Microsoft reportedly bid £50 billion for video game maker Activision Blizzard. Microsoft correctly identified gaming as a key foundation for Metaverse platforms, and is just the latest move among technology experts that are keen to make the most of the opportunity. It would be recorded that Facebook also strategically rebranded its present company as Meta, seemingly staking future growth on grabbing the big share of the space. However, Samat Sensorel, ad industry icon, recently unveiled S4X Venture, a VC fund targeting early-stage companies with interest that include exploring commercial models within the Metaverse. The facilitation of communication and peer-to-peer engagement is at the heart of the Metaverse. At present, there are no rules. Metaverse can truly be whatever anybody thinks it is, and people can do as they please. It's essentially an undefined space, one that is building its own communities and taking the communication concept of Messenger to a far higher level. While the physical world is built with boundaries, Metaverse offers freedom in the shape of a new level of reality. Virtual reality (VR) has a role to play in the Metaverse, of course, and is already being harnessed by the likes of travel brands keen to instantly transport people to desirable destinations. But augmented reality (AR) is likely to be the technology that really makes interest in the Metaverse take off. With AR, once tech companies like Apple get their acts together and finally launch glasses that allow the wearer to experience a blend of physical and virtual reality, users can take to the streets in everyday trainers, but proudly show off to passerby in Metaverse. This boundless freedom of expression is perhaps its greatest promise.
Well, that was branding focus. Next is industry conversation, where we have interactions with distinguished personalities who have made great impact in the business of brand management. Well, this week we will be continuing on the conversation we started last week with the president of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, AAAN, Mr. Steve Babaeko, who is also the Chief Executive Officer of Estream Ideas. After this break.
Isamandigia, close to the boss brain with another banger. This one now barricaded 10 times. Enjoy 10 times of every credit when you say you recharge. You gonna get up to double your data recharge. It's for new and existing Glow customers. New customers go get extra 1,000 bonus credit. So get your new Glow SIM today. Dial *777#.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Are there new challenges that practitioners, agencies are having to grapple with?
Yeah, sure. I mean, every day you face challenges. I've always said that one of the biggest challenges confronting almost any SME in this country today will be infrastructural challenge. Let's start from power. Every agency, agencies most of us fall within the SME space. And just power to just run your operation in a day. If you see the cost at the end of the day, I do my monthly financial report with finance director. It's horrifying, the numbers you see. Just diesel cost has gone up. Now to power generator, now you have like about 2 generator set. One is back up to the other. So both generators are back up to the main power grid. So, all of that is enough to actually really kill your enthusiasm for business. It's just that for a lot of us, this is our destiny. We're passionate about creating jobs and building businesses. So that's one. Two, the state of the country at the moment, now you have human capital issues. You train young people, hoping that they can at least work for another 2-3 years. But next tomorrow, they are on their way to Canada or somewhere else because they just, and you really can't blame them because they just feel that the country is not conducive enough. So all of those challenges are increasing by the day, not to now make matters worse, the state of insecurity in the country. So all of those things have a very direct way of impacting negatively on businesses. And those are the things we've been grappling with for a while now.
And the impact is having on the ease of doing business in Nigeria is so overwhelming.
Of course.
And you see that some businesses are beginning to opt for having to move the businesses outside the country,
of course,
to neighboring countries because of, access to power and other amenities.
And it's just a shame because Nigeria is such a beautiful country. I love this country with all my soul, with all my being. This is the only country that I have, and as much as we really want to be patriotic and say all the nice things, but these are the obvious challenges that we contend with every day as business people, and we're hoping that one of these days we'll be able to find answers to them.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next question would be, what would be your assessment of the client and agency relationship? Sadly, you didn't mention inflationary pressures that we're beginning to see.
Sure.
And, it has a way of impacting on how much clients can, carry in terms of, budget and allocation for marketing campaigns.
Yeah.
So how would you assess the relationship between clients and agencies in the event of these, increase?
I think this is the time where client and agencies need to be best friends, because all of the things that are impacting on the client's business also affect the agency team as well. You're talking about high cost of prices and heaven-bound inflationary trend. We are all in the same boat here. So I think this is the time, and the only people who are going to win in the long run, in mid to long term, are the agency and the client team who are able to sit together and work as a team to work our way out of this very difficult situation. I think those days of, we are clients, you guys are agencies, are gone, because unless you are able to sit at the same table and discuss common challenges and find common solution, I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. So, but I'm beginning to see that clients too understand this, and they are beginning to come to the table and pull their agencies even closer than usual.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the point I would say another congratulations to you,
Thank you
for being re-elected as the AAAN president. In fact, the entire member of your team were also re-elected.
Yeah.
And that's a good sign. So tell me, or rather, I'd like some of your achievements in the past administration?
Well, I mean, just to
Administrative year.
yeah, just to also throw more light on your line of questioning. I think it's the first time, if I'm not mistaken, in the almost 50 years history of the association, where the president and the entire school will be re-elected unopposed. You know, so I feel very humbled and privileged by it. I mean, again, everything we've done is just to see unity in progress. That's how I describe it in the past 2 years, because I have a very experienced and very robust board, and they came to the table with a lot of enthusiasm to make sure that we push the envelope and we move the association forward. So, I mean, I can't begin to name my team one by one, but they know themselves. It's been an amazing team, and that's why I went to the board of trustees and I told the association, if you want me to do this again, I'd rather come to the table with the same team, because like they say, you don't change a winning team, right? So I think that's fantastic. All of the things we've done is, you can clearly see, if you go to the secretariat in the past 2 years, we've given that place a major facelift just to make it look good. I mean, to attract the kind of quality young agencies and young people we seek to attract, we must make that place really, really nice and hospitable and welcoming for them, which we have done. A lot of personal donations from the board and from the members of the association went into renovating the secretariat. That's one. Two, part of my campaign promise was to be able to increase the percentage of women, especially on the board. I think we were able to raise that stake. I think we have one more woman join us on the board, because see, people just misunderstand the issue of women and how the contribution they bring to the table, especially in a very patriarchal society like ours. Every organization that makes it difficult for women to come to the table also makes it difficult for themselves to progress, because women are not, it's not even the tokenism of saying, let's have one more woman. No, it's the fact that you recognize that women have a unique and very, very important perspective that they bring to discourse and to leadership. Why are you going to deny yourself of that opportunity to be able to tap into that wealth of experience, which is what we've done? And we went even further than that. We partnered with UN Women, and the AAN became like an official partner with on Stereotype Alliance, which is the objective of that association is to fight against gender stereotype, especially against women in advertising and every form of communication. So we're a signatory now. We signed up to that. You see what we're doing with young agencies, trying to bring more younger agencies to be part of our table and groom the next level of leadership for the association. We did a lot of that. A lot of stuff that we really have done, you know, that we believe we're just privileged to be able to just build off and stand on the shoulders of giants like Sir Steve Omojafor, Dr. Biodun Shobanjo, Mrs. Bola Thomas, and Lulu Akiwumi, and so many other great people who have been presidents of this association in the past, just to help move the conversation forward. And hopefully, by the time we hit 50 years as an association in 2023, we'll all look back and say we've come a long way.
Nice one. I also know that you did something in the areas of mentoring.
Absolutely.
You visited some universities. Can you?
University of Ibadan, we did that. We've just introduced that last year. Now, for every AGM we have, if there's any tertiary institution around the venue of our AGM, we'll visit and do some kind of mentoring program with their communication department. We did that with University of Ibadan, and this year it was the turn of Pan Atlantic University. They were very welcoming, and the hospitality was quite great. You know, we had a great time.
Okay, so give us a hint on what we should expect from your team. You know,
well,
this new mandate.
I think there's so much that we can do. I mean, we've done a lot already, but like they say, the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. So we know we can always just improve. One, in the area of diversity, equity, and inclusion, DE&I, we really want to do a lot more. That is, even bring more women. Now, beyond even just the board of the association, how can we raise the stakes for women to be able to occupy their rightful position in the leadership of the different agencies? We really want to be deliberate about pushing that agenda. And that's one. Again, to open our arms to young agencies, especially practitioners on the fringes of our association. Please come on in. There are certain criteria we want you to fulfill so that we make sure that you're a well-structured business and all of that. Come talk to us at the secretariat. Let us register you, because, I mean, the way the law is coming, once the APCON law becomes effective, which will be soon enough, the entry barrier will be higher, so this is the right time for people to come and join us. We really want to do more in that area. Again, building the next level of leadership. I mean, the thing is, the Chinese will say the best time to plant a tree was 25 years ago. The next best time to plant a tree is right now. So for us is that we've done well with our leadership of the association in the past 2 years. In the next 2 years, will take us to 4 years. This is the time to start planning for succession for us, so that we will make sure that the next generation of leaders that take over from us will even be prepared to even do greater things than we have done. So a lot of those things will form the bedrock of our activities in the next 2 years.
Well said. Highly commendable. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
The annual Congress that held in Ekpe,
yes,
had the theme technology, the new world order, technology as a game changer. How does this theme, aligns with your vision for the association?
Well, a part of our vision is, and you could see, if you, unfortunately, you weren't there, if you're seeing the organization of the AGM this year, we deployed a lot of low tech, so it will probably go in history as the first AGM that not one single shred of paper was printed, which is good for the environment. But most importantly, is just to help us accentuate the theme of the Congress. If you look at it, I mean, it's not so hard to decipher why we chose that theme. Technology has disrupted almost every field of human endeavor in the past, in the recent past. Of course, it did not spare the advertising industry, and we know that for us to be able to go forward, I normally tell my team, technology is the bigger wings that creativity needs to fly even higher. So we understand this, and we know that for our people, we need to embrace technology more, which is why we chose the theme. And we're happy at the justice that the panelists and the discussant did to it. And the Honorable Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, graced us with his presence on Saturday. And he also presented a very incisive paper on the same topic, which we totally appreciate.
Okay, can you just hint on the lessons, the outcome?
Well, the outcome is that, look, as an industry, we need to really, really embrace technology to be able to propel all our ideas even further. We need that to help us be able to mitigate against some of the little challenges we're facing. What technology does is that it helps you achieve all of the things that we normally will strive to achieve as human beings. It helps you achieve them faster, with minimal error, and at lesser cost. So if you are able to take that into account, you see how it can be beneficial to the industry as a whole. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like you to tell us the latest on your plans to provide professional insurance for members.
Well, I mean, it's something that is long overdue. You see some of our members, maybe they take a job from a client. Let's say in the good old days when agencies used to do a lot of printing for clients. For some human error, there's a typographical error in a print, and you've done a bulk run of maybe 25,000 copies. Well, the client will tell you it's your fault, so you have to be responsible and you have to pay for it. We think that if we have an insurance in place that's able to indemnify our members, it's a great thing. So we're really, really working on that now to make sure that every member will be indemnified to the tune of 5 million, for every fiscal year. And then the first premium for that insurance policy, the association had decided to bear that cost just to get our people to get used to those kind of benefit, and just as a value add to some of our fully paid up members, and we're really, really excited about that.
All right, so tell us the legacy you would like to leave behind.
I want to be remembered as a guy who opened doors for younger people to be able to pass through. I want to be remembered for the guy who fought to back up the fact that of what I know in my heart, that women really have a lot to contribute, and who fought with every last breath in his body to make sure that women come to their own wherever it is that I'm present. You come to my organization when we needed to send somebody to one of the South African countries, Zambia, to set up the Zambian office. I told my leadership team and the board, I said, sometimes the best man for the job is a woman. We sent Adenike Odutola there, and she's done an amazing job in 3 to 4 years and grown the business fantastically well. So I always root for women, not because it's the in thing to do, because I'm convinced in my heart that they have a lot to bring to the table.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for your time. I wish we had more time to have this conversation.
Thank you so much.
I hope to have future conversations with you if you would let us.
I look forward to that as much as time will permit. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
But that's the much we can take on Marketing Edge on TV. Do well to join the same time next week for another interesting time. I'm Ogali Abikele Mafiru.